Hello, this is Lee Mitchell. I'd like to do a little conversation today about past life regression sessions. I've been doing this for about 12 years. I've written 3 books: The Soul's Journey, The Divine River of Life, The Soul's Divine River of Life, and Discovering Your Soul's Path. In those books, I have chapters on particular types of souls that are beginning to come through in sessions. And I know other fellow hypnotherapists are also having these souls come through. We don't really ask for the souls to present themselves, but in the sessions they clearly come out. One that I talk about is soul light beings. And light beings are any soul that doesn't necessarily come from Earth. And the way that we know this is in the very first scenes that we start to investigate. They are clearly on another atmosphere. So in prodding and probing with the client to discover who they are and where they are, they describe their planet, their environment, what they look like. And so we go on to discover that those souls have left that previous environment and they are now on Earth in a human incarnation. And in my sessions, they're 2 hours long, and in that time you see 2 complete past lives, but at the end we actually bring through some of your spirit guides, and they tell us a little bit more about why you saw the lives that you saw. It's always to do with your current life and your current path. But almost inevitably, the guides all say the same thing. The soul picked the human life to bring light and energy to help mankind, because these souls have advanced abilities more than humans do. And so they're here to help us. The human itself doesn't know that, because we have amnesia when we come to Earth, but it does have light vibrational energy that helps to lift the vibrations of other humans around them. So that's what we call a light being. The second very surprising soul that started to appear only in about the last 5 years is actually a soul that has been an angel before. And the way we know that is they start describing beings around them immediately, and these beings are also angels. And so angels, as we know, do come from higher dimensions than humans do. Something like the 11th dimension, right around the same dimension where we have master guides like Jesus reside. And these loving souls work as one large entity. They don't have individual relationships and individual lives. They are there to be messengers and helpers of the Creator. So they've never really had a typical human life. So whenever you find they start telling you about the environment that they have come from, you quickly know. As I've started to recognize, I will say, ask your higher self, are you the soul of an angel? And they will come back and say, yes, I am. Now the human doesn't really know that they consciously are, but in this slightly altered hypnosis, they connect with their higher consciousness as well as their guides, and the higher consciousness is telling them, yes, you are. And then we begin probing, and we understand when they began their pilgrimage as a human. We discover how many lives they've had as a human from the angel realm, and many times that has led them to me, because they are living tough lives trying to be a loving, kind soul on this tough earth, cruel earth, heartless earth at times. And it's very hard for those souls that used to be angels. So that's a really a breakthrough in past life regressions, that we're starting to see these souls, because they're coming to help Earth. They're coming to soften our hearts. They're coming to bring back love. They're coming to get us back to a place that we used to be. The third type soul that is delightful to meet, and I have chapters in one of my books on this, is from the fairy realm. And it's just delightful. It's fascinating. Each story is different. Each being looks different. But as soon as we get into the scene, they're starting to describe their surroundings. They're describing flowers, forest, animals, the wind, the green grass, in such detail. It's obvious they are living a different kind of life than a human. And so I will ask, are you a soul from the fairy realm? And they will immediately say yes. So then I probe deeper and I'll go, well, describe who you are. Are you an elf? Are you a fairy? Are you a gnome? Are you a pixie? All of these are different. They have different duties. They look different. They will describe in detail how tall they are. They could be anywhere from 3 inches to 6 feet. They are all invisible to the human realm, but they have come from 1 or even 2 lives from the fairy realm. The lives in the fairy realm can last as long as 500, 600 years. But again, they have decided to be brave and come in as a human incarnation to, number 1, experience the relationships that they have never gotten to experience. The fairy realm, they really don't have partners. Very, very rare. They do have celebrations with other beings in the fairy realm, but they pretty much are there to protect the forest, the flowers, the grass, the animals, the wind. They are special ability beings that are not humans at all. And every time they end their life, I always ask them, tell me details about what it looks like. They're just walking and all of a sudden, poof, they disappear. So they even pass differently than humans. Their skin is iridescent. They can have pointed ears. They can have shining parts of their skin, just like we see in movies. They are loving, kind, creative creatures that are there to protect parts of our earth. And they disappeared many hundreds of years ago from being seen by humans, but many of them are getting brave enough to come into human incarnations. And once again, they are here to spread the love with their special abilities. And so they are different. They usually are humans that care about the land. Many times they're involved in landscaping and caring for the woods. You'll find them in those kinds of careers. But they tell me about their lives. I don't have to ask. They need to understand that they came from that realm, so they understand that they have special feelings and special emotions. So this is a very short little video, but I just want to let you know that when you come to have a session with me, we go right to where you need to see a past life. Nothing is guided by me, it is all guided by you. And my job is to probe to get the details. We discover what year this life started in, who you are, what your name is. We identify the characters that you see in these scenes. We go several steps of your entire life until we come to the end of your life. We also ask, what was your soul's path in that life? So you clearly discover why you're being shown these past lives. And in my sessions, I digitally record it and put it on a flash drive for you to take with you. So if you'd like to know more about what I do, crystalsoulpath.com is my website. Thank you, and once again, this was Lee Mitchell.